Greetings and welcome to Prosperous Universe. In the previous episode, we sent our ship home, and it has indeed arrived. Through this way around. It has indeed arrived. There it is. The space kayak has indeed returned with its load of FEO, with its iron ore, its limestone, and its polysulfate sealant. A sealant we couldn't sell the lot. We had way too much on board the ship, so I'm going to put it back for sale on Prometer and just keep it there for now. If we find a place to sell it later on, maybe Katoa, we'll send it over there. But the limestone and the iron have come back, so we can put all those into stock. Let's just drag those from the ship into our Prometer base. There we go. And I would really like to get a ship out there again very, very shortly. We have 200 water, but we're going to be using most of that making drinking water soon, because we are a little bit low on drinking water. Not too low, but it's getting there. I probably won't do another rig, but to be fair, we haven't actually sold any of the water. But we have sold quite a bit of the, actually all of the PWO. In fact, if we take a look at our sales over here, our Montum stuff, the sealant's still there, and all the water's there, but all the PWO that we took with us, all gone. It sold really quickly. So, it's telling me that there's a big demand for PWO over there. The problem with PWO is that to make it PWO, we need to get polygranulate and cotton. Cotton we're making really easy. We got 4 right there. The polygranulate on the other hand is fairly expensive for us to buy. To buy it here, it's a plastic. To buy it here would set us back 20 per unit. And it's usually around 22 per unit, so it's actually a bit cheaper right now. But I wonder if we can get it somewhere else cheaper. Let's have a look. If we were to go to Montum, which I would like to go back anyway, what would polygranulate send me back over there? 21 per unit, so it's still the same over there. What about in Katoa? Katoa? Your plastics, please. Katoa says, oh, they're down to 17. Okay, so getting over to Katoa is a priority now to get cheaper PG, which we need for production. Obviously, these might all end up selling before we get there, but that's our next looking location. What is your demand on PWOs, just out of curiosity? Okay, some decent prices on PWOs. Not the best prices, because the ones were 200, but it's there. What about your cotton? You take not rock cotton, you take cotton. Oh, it's a fabric. Textiles. If I were to send cotton over to you, there's an 850 demand right there. That's not a bad price. I think I'm selling it. What am I selling cotton at right now if I sell it locally? I wish there was a way to keep this filter the same across all versions. Textiles, cotton. Yeah, I'm selling it at 1400, so it's not worth me shipping that out. There's actually no demand here though right now. There usually is a pretty decent demand, but it's all gone up recently. What nylon fabric though? Nylon is selling for 1900. If I were to ship that out to Katoa, what would nylon go for there? Okay, so it's worth sending nylon out that way. If people are buying it at that price, there's just no demand right now. Right here we've got the 1400, 15 units. So it's just a matter of seeing if there's any demand for it. Okay, well that's an interesting one to deal with. Prefabs are pretty useless for us to ship out that way. Because it's the same here as there. There's just no demand, or there's either no demand or the prices are really low because they have the mines nearby to make the cheaper iron. Because that's what we would want to go for. We'd go for metals. Okay, metal's quite expensive there, but the ore. Actually, ore's really expensive over there. We were buying it for like 90 something, weren't we? Over in Montum. FEO. Look, we were buying it at 20. Jeez. Just for curiosity. Let's bring up the ores. Put that there. For each location. So, Katoa, your ore for iron goes there. And Prometer, your ore can go there. So if we were to fly a ship out, I'm not going to do it right now, but if we were to ship out to Montum and picked up a whole bunch of FEO at 20, we could fly the ship back and sell it at 65. Or thereabout. It's not a bad profit. The fee is really heavy, and we use the actual ore ourselves, but it doesn't mean we can't use some of it, right? We can't sell some of it just outright into the market. It's just something to think about if we have a ship that's not doing anything and our smelters are busy. Speaking of our smelters, we do indeed have a whole bunch of iron to queue up. So we now have, where is my iron? We have 60 FEO. We're currently on 30 FE, so we're not really short on iron just yet, but we have a bunch of stuff queued up here, which is going to eat up most of that. Okay, so let's get some queued in here. Do we have all the materials to produce the actual iron, first of all? Do we have enough carbon? 14 and the FEO is 16, so we can do 6 batches, so we have more than enough carbon for that batch. We don't appear to have any flux or oxygen. Yeah, we're out of oxygen. We're out of flux. We have the carbon though. Okay, let's go buy some oxygen, some flux. Before we do that, let's just get it queued up so we know how much we'll be needing. So we've got 60 there, so we can make 6 batches, 10 batches. So we need 10 of each of those. That's quite simple. We got on carbon. Okay, so 10 of each. We're doing 2 batches of 5. Take 2 days each. Or we should do it in batches of 1 day. You get no benefit from doing it in bigger batches. That would produce 8 at a time. We're actually not going to be needing that much. You know, let's do it in 2 batches of 5. There we go. Let's go and buy ourselves 5 oxygen and 5 flux. Prometer is. Okay, so I need gases for the oxygen. Luckily there's some around. It's okay. So I'm going to need 10 of those at 37. What's the oxygen's normal price? That seems a bit. It's usually about 37. It dropped down to 35 for a while, but 37 is like is a high at the moment, and usually it's around here around 35, 36. Okay. Well, what I'm thinking is that we have the money. We have actually got 16 grand. I could buy all 38 of it and just have it in stock for a long while. So it's a bit pricey, but yep, we can do it. Grab it all. There we go. Okay, so we have the oxygen in stock. Next thing we need is flux, which is a chemical. FLX. This one I can't get that much in. How much? We need at least 10. We need at least 10. And the price currently is 85.99, and they're selling exactly 10 of them. So let's grab those anyway, just because that was the lowest price available. Now, is it worth buying anything else at 86? What's the standard price for flux right now? Over the last 7 days, please. It's at an all-time low of 85. It usually hangs around 100 and something. Taking that into consideration, what would it cost me to buy that entire 99? 8 grand. It's not worth buying 99 of them, I am aware of that. But if we bought 20 of them, they'll keep us going for a while. It's 20 batches of yes, 20 batches of iron. 14 grand. We could stretch to 40 units at this price. You know what? It's a good investment. There we go. It's an investment in our future. Smelting operation. Okay, so if we look at our supply now, our oxygen is at 38, our flux is at 50, so we've got almost enough to basically run that. Well, we can run 38 batches. The carbon's a bit low, but I have an order coming in soon. Look at my orders over here from the Nordic Carbon Industries. It's going to drop 8 units of carbon in, I think it's about 8 hours or so now. So that's going to be good for us. Water's been produced, excellent. Alright, let's make sure those orders are now ready to go. They are both ready to go, excellent. And we are good there. They're going to produce 5 batches each, using up all of our ore and a chunk of our stuff. Excellent, okay, we're good there. I'm making nylon for sale, and also I believe Toad wants some more nylon, so I'm making it for trade and also for sale. We need to bring in some more water though, because we just don't have enough coming through. 5, no, 6 batches, 6 batches. There we go. Water's now queued in. These are all queued up. The BTAs here, they're in need of polyethylene. They've got 23 hours before they're ready, but we have 12 hours before the polyethylene comes into stock, so we are good on that. I'm making a whole bunch of RCOs because we have food rations coming in tomorrow, rations afterwards, and 2 drinking waters. I'm going to queue up food after these RCOs, just so we can do. Well, wait for that one to finish in 3 hours, and then I'm going to queue up the 3 different ingredients. Actually, I'll queue 2 of the ingredients now because we can. Let's do the beans first. I would like to get 12 beans. Yeah, 12 beans. Then we'd like to have 12 grain we're using. Yeah, grain. 12 grain. And then when that completes, I'll put the 1 nut on there. So we've got the standard. We have these in stock already for that batch there. So that's good. They're going to grow. They're going to build fine once we get this material in. The BDE is short of what? The BDE is short of poly. So yeah, 2 polyethylenes. We're going to be needing to produce. We'll have 1100 coming in. We currently have 15 stock. 23 hours for that. That was done. Then 1 day after that. Yeah, okay. That second one will come in to feed that. Good. We're good on all of our materials right now. That is excellent to see. That everything is working peachy. We need to get this ship there and back with some more resources. Because we just need to make it, and even aluminium would be good. Actually, is there any aluminium nearby? Because Prometheus usually got decent prices on aluminium ore. Aluminium ore. There's a load of orders, but there's no supply. That's a shame. Just out of curiosity, then, for the most part. Iron, aluminium ore. I think it's NC1. I'm just going to check this here. NC1. There's none on there. And I'm going to take a guess here. Katoa is KC? No. It was worth a test, right? Katoa, your one would have been CI1. Really? Oh, I see one as CI1. That's not confusing at all. And there is a small amount of aluminium ore over on Katoa right now. So that's one thing to keep an eye out for. What's the price chart say there? Just out of curiosity, in the last 30 days, it usually sells around. It doesn't really sell that often, does it? Really? Yeah, fair enough. Katoa's got some aluminium. There seems to be a shortage across the board, so I think hopefully some more aluminium ore is going to be deployed soon. From what I remember, somebody does have an aluminium mine. Where's my flight gone? Flight. Someone does have an aluminium mine. I think it's over here in Oysted. Can I open that, please? I'd be awkward about it. Can we open that, please? Okay, we're gonna do that again. There's a bug in the web browser version where sometimes you can't click. It's a Chrome issue, which is just irritating. Open Prometheus up. That's not what I wanted. Open the system map. And I want to know what is your designation. So I don't actually know your designation. Damn it. See if these ones here. I know that one's SW-973, but this one I don't know what its designation is. I can't click on it. It's annoying. Give it a quick refresh, just in case the refresh will fix it. Welcome to Apex. Click. Okay, that did not fix it, so we are going to have to wait on that one. Both ships are there. Look at fuels. Fuel's looking pretty good, actually. We are, in case you're wondering, this is a supply for Mr. Washington Toad. I'm keeping his stuff separate from mine, so I know what I've got and what he's got ready. So when he brings in some ore, I will drop my stuff, my carbon, everything else into Space Kayak, his into stock, and then process what he's given me, and then we'll all be good. So I have a method behind it. I can't use these for my own personal projects because it would be wrong. Okay, because he's supplying for his materials, that's why it's wrong. Okay, last thing to do on the list. What I want to do, what I'm thinking of doing, before we start looking at a new base, is popping down a polymer plant and just making our own PG, because the polygranule is so expensive right now. And it would only require hydrogen, carbon, and magnesium. So out of curiosity, what would magnesium set me back on this tiny little planet. It's a mineral, right? 299 per unit. Okay. Let's do a quick test, shall we? If we added a 299 cost to my polyethylene here. There we go. And 824 is what it would take to make the batch. 824. And you get 50 per batch. It would cost me 17.96 to make it. Currently, with my current costs. Let's undo all those, by the way. There we go. It cost me 17 to make it. And we can buy it from the marketplace at a price of 20, wasn't it? 20. Currently, it's not worth the investment. These people clearly have a supply of either hydrogen, magnesium, or something themselves. They're able to make it that cheap and make profits, which is great if they can. And if they can make it close to what I can make it for, I'm happy to buy it off of them. But we do need more PG near continuously right now. And we're spending quite a lot of money on PG. We need to start spending money on stuff we're selling, because we're not actually selling anything right not selling much right now. Let's actually look at our selling list for Prometer. We can see that Prometer, I'm selling some BDE and some PPA, and everything else is on Montum right now, and I can't change the prices, which I really would like to do, because well, because you need to ship there to change the prices, because you need to delete them and then relist them. You can't just change the price outright, which I really would like the ability to change price best of view, and then just alter the price here would be great, because when you have a trade, do we have any partial trades right now? No. When you get a trade, it puts down here the trade that happened and the price the trade happened at. Well, the price is useless if it's a fixed price here and we can't change it. We could change the price there, and we could say, oh yeah, this person bought 20 at this price, and this person bought 15 at that price, and the prices could then vary. It would make sense. But without the ability to change the price, it doesn't make sense listing that price there. So either remove the price there because it's useless, or let me change this price somehow. Either a button up here somewhere, or a button next to that somewhere, just so I can change the price if I wanted to. It's also really what I'd really like to do as well is be able to click on view and increase the amount, or decrease the amount potentially, because what happens quite a lot of times is you you list up, say, water, and you get like 100 in stock, so you put it to sale, and then the rig pumps out another 40, and you have to either delete the order and then create a new order for the whole lot, or you have to create a bunch of orders, and what you end up with is something that looks a bit like this. H2O. We end up with these same names, putting the same prices in, and different quantities. They've clearly brought 316 in to sell, then another 113 turned up a bit later on, and then selling that at the same price. So you end up with two orders. It just gets a bit messy over a while. There are some of these screens where there's hundreds of these with the same name going in a row. So if you could consolidate them, either automatically if you put the same pricing, or I just add the quantity, which would make more sense overall. That'd be great. Okay, what's the last thing we're going to do today? Because we are on a limited amount of stuff today. We got anything to sell? Cotton I'm using in the overall, I believe it's using. No, it's going to use in the PWO in 1, 2, let's say 3, roughly 3 days. It'll get used up, so we could. I can't sell it because I need it for 3 days, and I need to keep making the NL. You know, yeah, we need to make 4 of it. Yeah, let's leave it alone for now. We can't sell the cotton. It sells for good value, but there's no demand anyway, so no point. Aluminium we're keeping because I'm making something with it later on. Drinking water we keep around. Flux, hydrogen, magnesium, MCG, the mineral construction granulate, concrete, as it's also known. We can sell some of that. We don't need much of it, and we make it relatively cheaply. So let's pop some of that up for sale. Prompt MCG. Anything else we can sell here? Rations, no. Sealant. Sealant is good for sale. Power tools. How many power tools do we use? I think it's really low on power tools. We use 0.4, so we need to keep doing it. I'm going to up these to 10 days now. Not for any reason other than just to see the quantities it will be. Okay, so you will Need 4 for 10-day supply. I can sell a bunch of you then. Okay, so we can sell a bunch of those power tools. We need to keep 4 around, so let's go to the market and let's sell some stuff. So first of all, basic consumables, power tools. What do they currently price in at? Power tools price in at 130 for us. So if we sold them at around 2... Well, first of all, there's Raven, one of our community members. Lady Raven's Farms, right there. Who is, believe, mostly making food and overalls, that kind of stuff. And he's currently expanding out. So we can sell 2 units to Raven at 250. You know what? We can sell them all at 250. Oop. Let me go. Let's sell 10 of them, 20 of them for now. We'll keep 10 in stock. We only need to keep like 4 in stock, but let's keep 10 in stock for now. I'll do that, and I'll show you the other things. Oh, the partially viewed. There you go. Look. So Raven bought 2 at 250 ICA. I can't change the price, so that every single person who buys to buy them at 250 anyway. So it just seems like a weird. I'm sure there's a reason for changing it somewhere, but that's fine. It's just me being awkward. All right, so they're going to sell at 250 each. That's good. Hopefully, wrong screen. So that's them, and we're going to do the sealant. Sealant needs to be sold as well. Down to my sealant is a construction material. You're going to spend 150 on them. Ooh, what's our current market price for these then? What do they cost me to make? They cost me 73 to make. I'll sell them at 150. All 30 of them at 150. Actually, 150 isn't a bad price, because I was going to sell at 140 originally anyway. So I keep that at 150. I'll keep those 17 there, and if they do sell, we'll make a bit more, and we'll do them. Excellent. I like to sell little bits just so we can see if it's worth buying, making more. Sealant doesn't sell often, but it sells for a good profit when it does sell. So that's always good. Alright, there was one more thing to put up. MCG, yes. Oh, it's in the same screen actually. MCG is currently selling for a price of 21, but what does it cost us to make MCG? 14, so we can sell it at 25, which is what we originally tagged it at. We can make a decent amount of money here. It's not a great amount, but it's something that's there. Place the order, the entire lot, as I have no currently plans to build anything yet, and I can make more when we need it, at 25. Put that up for sale. There we go. Alright, so we got those up for sale now. Is there anything else to sell? I could sell some. Just like I could sell the limestone, the iron, but I'm going to make it into metal because metal is useful for us, and we can sell the iron at 610 right now. And iron costs us to make. I haven't adjusted these prices in a while. It costs us 294 to make. Just out of curiosity, let's update those prices actually, because I want to see what we can sell some of the iron if we wanted to. Right, so iron is currently selling at 610. So FE at 610, and FE uses flux. So we need to check the prices on those. I can do it here, but so take that to there. Switch to the pricing screen. Alright, so flux, let's not do that one, let's do it this way. Flux brings in 50 units at 4,300. 50, 4,300. That divided by that. So it's 86 for flux. FLX. We bought that at 86. The oxygen is 38 units at 1,400. 38 units at 1,400. We paid 36 on oxygen, so that's not really changed that much there. And the last one on the list for that, where are you? Cabin. 14 at. I know I'm buying that at 250 each for cabin right now. So cabin, we're buying at 250 each for a special deal we've got going with a friend on the community, whose name is Nordic something, the one I talked to earlier. Wow, you can hear that rain. That rain just came out of nowhere. I'll go check on that in a minute. But yeah, so all those prices tell us that we can sell carbon at 227. If we take it at 26, we can make quite a bit of money actually on carbon. Oh, there, the flex. I thought I didn't take the flux price into consideration, did we? Flux prices. Flux prices. Did I do flux? I did flux. Yeah, okay, I did them. So we're making it 231. That's nice. Well, let's put a couple of pieces up for sale then, shall we? How much do we actually have in stock right now on our... we have 30 in stock. Let's sell 10 of it. 10 of it at 610. 610? Yeah, let's give you 10. You can have some. Boom, there you go. I'm not going to sell the rest of it because I do need it for my own production. There we go. And that means I have a nice balance for all sales and stuff. Oops, that was wrong. What to do? I need to be back on the barometer. We got 19,000 in the bank and 3,700. Let's put those into our spreadsheet so we can see how our balance has been going up recently. So the current date is the 20th of the 7th, 2019. We have 19,696 in the bank. That is the biggest balance we've had for a long while. We're at 3,742, 3,742, and 240. Okay, so you lot for some reason don't want to consider yourself cash. You're not really cash, that's the thing. Can I format yourselves? Number format. I would like you to be currency with no symbol. Because we don't really have, there's no like Torah symbol. So no symbol. Boom. There you go. It puts the decimals in the right place and puts the yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, our cash reserves have been increasing. Now we need to start spending some of that money into more resources and stuff like that, but that's going to come very shortly, as I am hoping to set up a new planet. And by the look of the current demand, an aluminium ore mine is going to be quite useful. But we'll be looking at that probably in the next episode to see where we're going to start looking at and what it's going to cost us to get the materials to start the base. Probably feeling 19,000 isn't going to be enough for a whole new base, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and until next time when we go and look for a new base and everything else, and we'll hopefully get that ship moving again as well. We need to get that ship back to the places. There's a lot of things to do. Anyway, hope you have a good time. Comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.